Hello guys, welcome back to another week. Long time I don't see everyone here. I think you can hear from my voice that I'm not that good at the moment, but I was already 2 days away from the office and I couldn't stand staying home doing nothing. I really can't stay home doing nothing. It's not for me, to be honest. So I was thinking about you guys. I was thinking how everyone was going on the week, on the beginning of the month. So today, another thing that I would like to say as well, yesterday we didn't have a webinar. I'm really well now, but yesterday I couldn't even talk properly. I got some problems with my throat, so I couldn't even speak louder enough for you guys to hear me. So not in English. In Portuguese was fine, but in English I don't know what was happening. But anyways, so we're back to normal today. Tomorrow we do have normal webinar, all right, from 5 to 6 p.m. We've changed the time already, past 2 weeks. We're doing from 5 to 6 p.m. If you haven't yet registered for tomorrow's webinar, please do it so by going to the description of the video and clicking on register now for the webinar. Then you're gonna go to the ACY website, and then there you can do your registration. All right. Now, as everyone know, sorry for my voice again, but as everyone know, this is the beginning of the month. Welcome to September. We've been pretty busy with the markets the last month of August, ups and downs. But you know, the big question comes in for this week, the NFP. All right, so we're gonna have the non-farm payroll on Friday as usual. And yes, it does look a little bit suspicious, at least in my side here. I do think that the NFP can come a bit lower, can come a little bit, you know, cooling off the economy, I would say, on USA for the cut of the Fed in the next 18th of September, the next couple of weeks. So my opinions are pretty simple, okay? So we're gonna go through that later on, but for now, I just wanna talk a little bit more about the Japanese yen as well. So we've seen very strong moves on the Japanese yen on the Asia session today and yesterday. So starting from yesterday, we've seen some more than 1.5% moves on Aussie JPY and New Zealand JPY. So AUD JPY and New NZD JPY. They've had some strong moves on the Asia session trading, as well as this morning. Just today, the last time I looked at my screens, it was down 0.6%. So 0.6%, 60% of the 1% already happening again. All right. So there is a possibility of another hike from the Bank of Japan. That was Kuroda hinted his opinion on the last speech he gave us last Friday or Thursday, if I'm not wrong. And the market just felt that now, just marked this now into the market this week yesterday. So yes, Japanese yen is getting stronger. Again, we can see USD JPY continuation on dropping and dropping and dropping. Before that, it was stagnated. You know, it had that massive drop, more than 150,000 points. 15,000 points. And now it made a pullback and then stagnated there for a few weeks. And then now we can see that coming down again. So Japanese yen is getting stronger. Watch out for the releases of anything that Kuroda says, because the market is pricing another 25 base points hike from the Bank of Japan. All right. Now, moving away from Japan, we can go to FOMC. So FOMC has been pretty I would say tricky with the last 2 weeks, okay? With the last couple weeks. We've seen some dovish and some hawkish and some neutral aspects from the Fed members, but I think what is prevailing is the dovish side and is towards a 25 base points cut. Now, what the market is thinking of is the US dollar is already very depreciated, and we sort of had a pullback on the US dollar index from we can see that on euro dollar. So let me open euro dollar here on my phone. So we've seen euro dollar coming all the way up from 1.12 down to 1.10, 280, all right? So that was 2,000, pretty much 2,000, 1,800 points, so 180 pips move back to the roots, I would say, because if you guys don't remember, we've seen a pretty big range between 105 to 1.10 in the 2023 and beginning of this year as well, 2024, up to last week when we broke that 1.10 and went to 1.12. Now, my ranges of trading from the breakout of 1.10 to next year is 1.10 to 1.15. All right, so 1.10 to 1.15. I do expect 1.12 to be heated again on euro dollar by the end of this year. Why? The question is not hard, but the answer as well is very simple. Okay, we have such a dovish approach from the FMC, and we do have a cooling off economy from USA, as we can see in the last couple of weeks. Data releases, and what are most important here is the non-farm payroll for this week. The expectations are that 164,000 are more likely tilted to, you know, it can sound very, very, very bearish, but 110,000 to 120,000. So these are my take. I'm expecting somewhere around that number. From the past couple releases that we had, I do believe on a dovish approach towards the NFP. All right. Now, how the Fed will react to it, it will be pretty simple. A 25 basis point cut. Some of the market is expecting a 50. I'm not too inclined to a 50 basis point cut, but I'm gonna say, as RBA say, I'm not ruling anything in or anything out. So most likely we will have a 25 basis points cut, and if we do, then the US dollar will weaken it even more, giving more possibility to Europe getting ahead of USA. All right, guys, I hope this could make some sense for everyone. I hope you could extract something out of it. So please give us a thumbs up on this video, share this content with your friend that he wants to know what's going to happen with the NFP, what's the analyst perspective. Here it is. And look, I really, really want to see everyone tomorrow on the webinar. We're going to have a nice webinar, nice chat with everyone. So if you have any questions, you can ask me one-on-one tomorrow. No problem at all. I'm going to be available from 5 to 6 p.m. For the webinar. Guys, thank you so much. I see you in the next video, or I see you tomorrow on the webinar. See you all. Bye-bye.